Hello. Today on DIY with Chris, Are you trying to make a project that has rough edges? We're using this thicker wood to make a more durable product for one of the projects that we're making. However, it's a plywood, so you can see the actual grain on the sides. One way of getting rid of that is to apply veneer. We have veneer applied to one right here. As you can see, so you can see the veneer up top, which actually gives us a real nice edge, and the actual ply down at the bottom. That's kind of ugly if you have that on your face of your project, and a lot of people are going to see it. So if we take a look here, we have a nice face for the project, and then we rotate it up, and it's an almost seamless transition. We can also sand this down and use that for our final project piece to make it all look uniform. If you do that same thing with this one here, we have the nice face, but then we rotate it and we have that ugly seam there that you can see all the different actual ply. You can fix that by applying veneer. We're going to show you how. So take your project piece. We have a drawer face here. We're using a 3/4 inch plywood for more strength and durability. We picked up this veneer, which is 25 feet long in the packaging at a local hardware store. How you apply it is take your piece, so take your edge, just apply this right onto it, and then mark where you want to cut it at. So we're going to cut it just a few, about 1/2 inch past. We're going to cut it about 1/2 inch past the edge. Once we have our strip cut, what you're going to want to do now is find which side's going to be your face and which side's the back. So when you apply it, you want to make sure that it is flush with the face of your project, because this does extend just a little bit past this 3/4 inch wood. So once we have it in place, then you're going to take an iron on the cotton setting, and you're going to apply it. So I'm going to start off kind of right here in the middle. I'm going to rock it back and forth just a little bit. You can use craft paper or tin foil to give you a barrier. Just to make sure no adhesive gets on your iron, though we're not having that problem. And if your edges don't line up for some reason, if you catch it early on, you can always take it off and reapply it. So our edge So we noticed our edge wasn't completely flush, so we're able to back it up, press it back down, and then we'll warm it back up. The veneer is attached with the glue, so you can always readjust it as long as it's warm enough. Once we're done, you can see that we have a little bit of an edge. We just want to trim that before moving on to our next piece. I can trim a lot of this with just the scissors and get it as close as possible. Once we've taken off the bulk, then we can use an X-Acto knife or a razor to try and get a little bit closer. The particular brand we're using does sell their own cutting tool. However, in my opinion, it is overpriced, and you can do the same thing with your own blade. Once you have that process down, you just repeat on all sides. When you finish, you should sand down all the edges to make it look flush and like it's all one unit. The veneer we're using is real wood, so it can be stained, sanded, and anything else you can do with other wood. You just have to be cautious of the actual glue backing to this.
DIY with Chris, giving you the tools to do it yourself.
DIY with Chris, giving you the tools to do it yourself.